Pretty Timmy and T, yeah, we raising the bar. Every sip's an adventure, we shooting for stars. Cut those wheels, take the scene, now we gliding in style. From the vineyards to the lounge, we redefining the mile. 4092 the base where the legends reside. Mixing vibes, not just drinks, it's the culture we provide. Tuesday libations, Wednesday we scrutinize. Catch the flavor, feel the energy, we on the rise. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real ones. Let's have a toast for the real. Let's have a toast for the real. Yeah. Have a toast for the real ones. Have a toast for the real.
I hope everybody enjoying their Friday tonight. Welcome to a new edition of Veteran Active Duty Bar. My name is Master Sergeant Retired Timothy L. Johnson. I have given 30 years of faithful service to our country. My co-host tonight is
Juan G, liquor connoisseur. I've given 30 years of my liver to the service of drinking them.
Well, here we are. We're going to do on the Veteran Active Duty Bar. Like I'm saying, I go through the base exchange. I am currently at Robbins Air Force Base. I work there as a civil service employee. I go by the base exchange mostly after I do get off work and I pick up something. So I run into a lot of different veterans and everything. Today, I got an oldie, but I had 5 people before I could walk out the door said it was a goodie. And I was telling them what I do with Veterans Active Duty Bar. I got a lot of positive feedback. A lot of people said, hey, I love the fact that you're trying to support our veterans. I'm always about giving back. When you do 30 years of service, it's kind of like the blood that flows through my veins. You know, I live this shit. I eat it. I sleep it. And constantly, I love to reach out to fellow veterans, going out on nice trips, running into different veterans, and hear their story. What you got for them, Juan?
No, I totally agree. When you go and do a veterans bar like this, where you can reach out to veterans, hear different stories, ask questions even, right? Either from myself or from the comments. It's great to know what our veterans are up to nowadays, learn about their lifestyles and see what's next.
Yeah, so that being said, yes, last Friday we celebrate 250 years of the country independence. Shout out to everybody who fought for that, who even though you're gone, but guess what? We still fight for that. As veterans every day, we have fought for that, paid a price. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people don't give us the credit and don't give us our flowers. But I'm here today. That's what we're doing on the Veterans Active Duty Bar. Tim Johnson's going to give you your flowers. I'm going to make sure that you get a chance to be recognized, or you might got a family member that served and you might want to recognize. Put some in the comments. Put their name in the comment. If you just want to say, hey, I want to give a shout out on the channel while you get a toast to my father. He was a Vietnam vet, XYZ, and I will do that. We'll shout him out, make you famous. Because guess what? Anything you do now on social media, make you famous.
Or maybe they're out there now, working their tail butts out for us, protecting our freedoms.
That's right.
Shout out to them as well, right?
That's right.
And if they're out there, let us know.
That's right. So let's get into what we're going to get into. So right now, we're going to break this out and break out this Patron and see what we're working with for the night.
Oh, this is the Patron Añejo.
Yes.
So this is not the Blanco that we're used to. This is a little step above. And I guess you're cracking this bottle, brother.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So it's a brand new bottle. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not a tequila drinker like that. Last Friday, after we had Veterans Active Duty Bar, I was feeling real nice. But I got hit by a truck Saturday morning. So all I'm gonna say,
get another hit again on Saturday, huh?
Hey, and then I got another. I got the truck got bagged over. I went to my guy house, my day one, and we had a good time over there. He had some nice jerk chicken, nice meal. We didn't have to go out and throw it on the grill. It was already ready. But then when we got there, we started drinking, and that's when things just went astray.
Yeah, your wife had to bring these slushies over. Yeah, it was a wrap, folks. It was a wrap.
Yeah, we were drinking some White Russians. Now, I ended up accidentally spilling mine, so I only got half the bang. He got all the bang.
Mm-hmm. And then
Yes.
my wife got the rest of the bag.
Yes. So as we can see, like, this is something different for me. So I mean, Patron is, a day hoe. I mean, say it's somebody's hoe. But I mean, look, it looked like it's gonna be something different. So let's go and break this taste out. Let's go and break the Silver's bar. That knife, brother. I had to cut it. Ooh, be careful with that. That's a people cutter.
Oh, okay. Let's see what. I don't think we need a knife.
Yeah, brother, don't cut yourself.
You know what? We may not need a knife if I can get my seal broken over here. In the meantime.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But anyway, I hope everybody had a great Friday. I know it's the end of the workday, but like I'm saying, I want everybody to do a favor. If you've been here before or you're new to the channel, like and share out that information. Veterans Active Duty Bar every Friday, 9:30 to 10:30. We're going to celebrate our guys who serve. So this is not for me. This is for you. So this is like a chance to give everybody their flowers while they still here. Flowers on the other side, you don't know whether they smell them or not. So my thing is, I like to get my flowers while I'm here to enjoy them. So that's what I'm doing with Veterans Active Duty Bar. I'm giving it back. All right. Woo, man. So this right here is for everybody that had a hard day this Friday. So this going to be the end of the hard day and the beginning of a relaxing, good moment. Let's check it out.
I'll tell you right though, on the nose, and the nose, it does tell you hello. How'd it go for you?
Man, this is right here gonna be a little something right here. I'm trying to tell you. I think I'm gonna have another hard Friday night. No, I'm gonna have a good Friday night, another hard Saturday morning. But that being said, you know what I'm saying? Let's go to the chat. So I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Welcome in. So we got House of X. They're in the chat tonight, saying hello to me and Juan.
Hey.
Thank you, my brothers. Thank y'all for coming in, being the day ones. House of X has been supportive of the channel for as long as I can remember since I joined in. And hey, I want to say everybody jump in, come in, and let's live that best life today. Can't wait till tomorrow. So that being said, welcome everybody in the chat. Like, subscribe, and share. And me and my guy, we already got something special for you.
Yeah. So far, I'll tell you that for me, the añejo reminds me of why I like the tequilas in Mexico.
Okay.
All right. It's just smoother. These other tequilas. This one, it looks like even though it's supposed to have that aged taste, it punches you more in the face with alcohol. Right. You're missing some of this flavor. What about for you?
Well, I had five individuals saying, hey, you need to try this. It's good stuff and everything. So I'm going to take another sip for them cats.
Okay.
Woo.
How's the second round?
All I can say is y'all see this head is bald, right? Do you see them hair sprockles starting to sprout back up? I think this will make hair grow back on the bald head. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so I guess we got to whip out that razor later.
Man, look at
Roll
here.
it down.
This right here is definitely a tequila for the one that is it's a tequila person. I mean, I'm a vodka person. But like I'm saying, this ain't about me. This is about the veterans. So this is something from the basic exchange. I paid exactly $45 for this bottle.
That's good. For añejo?
Yes, $45 for this bottle. And like I'm saying, I think it's gonna get gone now, but it's gonna be dragging on. But like I'm saying, it's a great tequila. Patron is an old go-to. Back in the days when I was a little younger, it was the new hot thing, and everybody was like, "What are you drinking? You ain't drinking." I'm drinking that Patron. It felt like you was drinking something special, like you was drinking Henny. I remember when Henny was the new thing. So it's still a good. I mean, like I said, it's a good day. It's a good go-to. It's a day one.
Yeah, it's an old school. Always can come back to it. It's like an old lover that you can remember how she tastes. Right.
Yes. There you go. It's a day one. But I also got something good for you guys tonight. I got another veteran coming in, served time in the Marines. Great individual. I had the pleasure of meeting this individual on a cruise. He helped me celebrate my birthday. And one thing, like I said about us veterans, we don't recognize no stranger. He is a new day one. from TJ Destinations. And like I'm saying, I'm going to bring him on and let him share with everyone his journey. Coming on right now, add to the stage, TJ.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Salute, sir.
Salute.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. You know, but like I'm saying, you know, hey, so TJ, I know you done did the hard and the bad being in your branch of the service. Now the Air Force, we ain't quite that deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to nice hotel beds and, you know, nice air conditioning and everything, and a good drink after work. So I'm gonna let you tell everybody your journey, your story, what you like, how you feel.
Well, I don't have any Patron in my bar right now, but this is what I'm sipping on right now, a Reposado.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's what I'm sipping on. But taking it back to the day in the Corps, man, going to the PX after being in the field all day. Yes, getting some tequila or grabbing a bottle of Oli, getting a 40 of Oli.
Oh, see, there you go. See, that's what I'm saying. So now since my man taking us back, if you drinking some tequila, Patron back in the day, you definitely have some OE.
Bro, what else are you gonna wash it down with?
Yes.
Yes, it was $1.02 after taxes. I still remember that. $1.02. I remember the dollar, my two pennies. Give me my 40.
Oh yeah. So that's one of the things that I liked about that old days. You know what I'm saying? We made it fun back then. You know, when I came into service in 1986, man, it was, like I said, it was popping. My first duty station, Shady J. Anybody out there been to Seymour Johnson? You know, back in the days, in the 80s, they used to be the place to be. I mean, we had the NCO club, used to be a club. Man, we used to go in there and have a ball. You know, and that's the thing that I like about back then, you know, the military it was a little different. You know,
different. Way different.
You know, it's a little different out there now. Not to take it away, from anybody, you know what I'm saying? But it was deep. You know what I'm saying? What was your first duty? No, tell us about your basic training experience first.
Okay, first I'll give you a little background history. My father was a Marine.
Okay.
He did 23 years. He was a gunny. And we lived overseas for 4 years as a kid. Lived in Kuwait for 2 years, lived in Panama for 2 years. I had an uncle did 30 years, you know, in the Marines. So I had options.
Okay.
Coming out of high school, I had a full ride music scholarship to NAU. That's Northern Arizona University for music. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to join the Marines because I wanted to shoot and blow up stuff.
Okay.
All right.
And so, I became a 03. The 03 is like a general thing for like infantry. So 0311, you have like infantry, you have motors, you have machine guns, and I was infantry. So like the Marines, you know, as a Marine in a whole, we some crazy motherfuckers, right?
Right.
But then add the 03 field as in the infantry, motors, and heavy machine guns. We're a different breed because we're living out in the fields. We're eating MREs. We're with all the bugs. We're with the extreme heat. We're with the extreme cold, and it's not meant for everybody. And it's you have to be mentally strong for that. You know, being in 115 degrees, you're not wearing shorts and t-shirts. You're in full gear. You know, flak jacket, helmet, everything. So it's you have to be mentally tough, and that's why we're a good strong breed on that one.
Oh yeah, man! I'm telling you, your journey definitely for mine is like two books on a different sheet of page and different sides of the library. Because I'm trying to tell you, I didn't have none of that. My basic training journey was pretty much you just had to get used to the yelling and the screaming. But other than that,
my first duty station was actually an accident. I was supposed, nothing ever goes as planned in the military, and you know that.
Right.
So I was supposed to go to security force school here on the West Coast, so I
Right.
could be stationed over here in the West Coast. Well, something happened with that school, and they're like, we can't wait. We're going to send you to the East Coast. So I'm like, oh, boy, here it goes. Here it goes. Here it starts. So I go to a security force school in Virginia Beach. I'm like, I had never been over there. You know what I'm saying? I've been overseas and stuff, but I've never been to the East Coast. But yeah, so I had, I think I'll say it's like 6 weeks of training at Virginia Beach. And here's a kicker. It was during spring break.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, cool. I like this. I mean, on the weekend, we had Weekend Liberty. We go to the beach, Virginia Beach, spring break. You had booties and boobies and everywhere hanging out and stuff. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, where am I getting stationed? I'm thinking, okay, they're going to ship me back to the West Coast. Man, I looked at them orders. It said Charleston, South Carolina.
No.
And so I'm like, what's in Charleston, South Carolina? And I get there and I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, what is this bull BS? Because, being in California, we're a melting pot.
Right.
Remember, this is the early 90s. I'm like, there's like Confederate flags, there's Klan rallies, there's this, that. I'm like, what is this BS that they don't put me into? So I had to, and hurricanes, come on now. Hurricane, I was like, hurricane out there.
Right.
And so I had to get used to how they do things in the South, which is slow.
Right.
Because California, everybody, rush. In the South, it's about being slow. And speaking about the drink, at the time, Charleston, South Carolina, was dry on Sundays.
Right.
So at midnight on Saturday, I forget it was equivalent to like our 7-Eleven, whenever they locked up everything, and you couldn't get alcohol on Sundays. And then that's how I got introduced to literally Bubba in the barn and the moonshine. On Sunday. And so I did get some culture, and I'm like, stuff you see in the movies and TVs. I'm like,
right.
I'm actually big old Bubba with his old, outfit and all that, and mason jars and stuff on Sunday. Yes, cut with overalls, whatever, and the mason jars and stuff, and on Sundays. But yeah, it was a different experience. It was a very eye-opening experience to compare the East Coast to the West Coast.
Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna tell you, I retired out of Charleston, and it had changed a lot by the time I got there, but it still had some bad ways to it. But you find that everywhere. But the one thing about it is, I tell people, where you are stationed and everything, it's some good and bad. I was out my first training station. I was at Rantoul. I was in Chinook Air Force Base in Chicago, Rantoul. When I got up there, and part of our briefing was, hey, you got some good side of town and you got some bad side of town. But as long as you stay on the good side of town, you will be good. But if you go on the bad side of town, and I didn't understand it, but that was the fact that everybody didn't love everybody. Just like we don't have now, and I wish that the country that we live in now will become a true melting pot and everybody love everybody. Do away with what you see from here and go judge people by what's in here. Everybody's different, but we all bleed the same. And we pretty much looking up to one God. I don't care what you call it, whether it's Buddha, Allah, whoever, Jehovah, we looking up to one God. And the thing about it is, we coming together. I couldn't get that from that side of town, but I got it from my guys that I worked with, I went to school with, from all different walks of life. Man, I had the best time up there in 4-foot snow drifts with people I didn't know. I loved it.
That brotherhood of the military is the best brotherhood that I've experienced. We didn't care if you're black, white, green. It's like in the Marine Corps, there's no color. So how they justify color is you're a dark green or a light green Marine. That is it. Okay. There's no black, Hispanic, Asian. No, you're either a dark green or a light green Marine. That's it. The brotherhood is just crazy, because there was a few of us that came from the West Coast.
Right.
And the majority of people were on the East Coast. So we got a chance to learn each other's behaviors and music and food and all that stuff. And alligators. Come on now. I'm stuck. There's alligators, man.
Ha! So you
I
got
know
to get your
about alligators. What the hell's alligator? I'm in California, man. We don't have alligators. So, quick story. So, we're doing a training exercises. Is out here. We're in Charleston. We're in the woods area, and we're practicing river lake crossings. So we're doing a night up. So a night up means you're doing it at night.
Right,
Zero light.
Right.
You can change the lens. You do change the lens on your flashlight to the red, but only turn that on if you need it. But everything is just sight. And we're doing lake and river crossings at night, stealth. Trying not to make any noise. We're practicing, for wartime stuff.
Right.
So we're going. Cool. I'm saying it's like 11 o'clock at night. We're crossing this lake, and it's about chest deep. So you got your weapon above you, and we're like, all right. And then all of a sudden you hear a big splash. Everybody's like, uh-oh. And the sergeant's like, hey, did anybody fall down?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's like, no. He was like, get out the water, turn the lights, get out the water, Everybody's running. That stealth was gone. An alligator had jumped in. An alligator had jumped in at us.
Boy,
They saw dinner. That's what happened.
I was like, exercise is over.
See, that's the thing back then. When I was in, the military was a whole lot different. And like I'm saying, like I tell people, like we used to go to the gas chamber and we used to play exercise. We used to play war games at Seymour Johnson when I was on active duty. We played war games, man, it lasts 2-3 weeks. We put on the chem gear and all that other stuff. I was like, man, come on. Then you had to go get recertified, make sure your mask sealed. We had a whole gas chamber that you go into. And we could tell who had the bad mask because you came out of there puking, snot running out your nose, you running off the ground crying, and know what they said? Oh, he'll be all right. Next time he'll make sure that seal is correct. Because they tell you how to make sure, how to clear the mask, how to make sure you got a proper seal. They put it on, then you go in the chamber.
Yep.
Now, come to find out, that shit was bad. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that was what? Yeah, back then, we had you guys going through that situation and everything. That stuff had cancer forming agents, and we shouldn't have done that.
Well, yeah, because again, for military, you're property of the government. So, like, before we went to Kuwait, we got hit with 5 shots, 2 in each arm. The gun wasn't the needle; it was like the gun. Boom, boom. So you're in your PT shirts off, and you're in this line on the parade deck.
Right.
You take a couple steps, boom, you get hit with this gun. You hit with this gun. You get hit with this gun, boom, and at the very end, they have to use a needle, and that actually went on your butt, and they just they stabbed you. But here's what's weird though: out of those 5 shots, only 3 of them are in the medical record.
See?
What were the other 2 that we were given?
Now, I remember going through the gun line, we got 30 shots. Right before Desert Storm, we got plenty of shots. You go through the gun line, boss, and they'll tell you, don't move, it'll cut you. And I mean, you go through the line, they will shoot you on both sides.
Yep, because they got that little scar, that little scar. Uh-huh.
Yes, sir. So I mean, like I'm saying, you had to be on point, So that's what's up. Let me give a little recognition to everybody coming in. What's good? Just asking for a friend and House of X. Let's holler at everybody to coming in. Welcome in. Thank you for coming out, giving up your time, breaking bread with myself, Juan, and TJ. We want to thank y'all for coming out tonight, sharing out y'all Fridays. Hopefully you having a great weekend. Looking forward to. And hey, I just want y'all to enjoy yourselves. Patron is the new drink for the night. If you're not a Patron fan, hey, get you a good tequila. We trying to live our best life. You know what I'm saying? And let's make it do what it do. So that's what's high. Let's high to our Jay. And Jay, hey, let's come on in here, man, and everybody, let's get it. And we're going to have a great time.
Happy Friday.
Now, I got a story for y'all. Now, I'm going to tell you about my Seymour Johnson time. Now, TJ said how the South was. It's a little strange. But one thing about it is sometimes, you know, you got to play to win and all the time. Now, when I was at Seymour Johnson, I kind of picked up a little nickname. I used to call myself the tool for the man. I'm always the tool for the man. They're always trying to keep the brother down. Tool for the man. And I'm trying to tell you, I think Mischief was my middle name. Now, I'm going to name a couple names that I was stationed with. It kind of, I work with the people that I remember. Some I don't remember. If I don't call your name out, don't mean that it's no disrespect. It means that, you know, you weren't in my land or sight at the time to get me what I need. So I had a Chief Eddie, a Minor Babs, I had a Colonel Citron, Bob Twiggs, Dave Parker was my trainer. He was my go-to. Jimmy Tart, one of my favorite guys. He worked with me. We worked together. Bill McKinley, who's no longer with us, done rose to heaven. I had a great group of friends to help mold me. Jim Coley, Kevin Warren has passed away. Shout out to my other guy who's gone. And I talked about Kenny Blanks last week. He was the one that did the nose art on our aircraft. We had a great group of friends, but we was family. And no matter what, I will say, when I was in my mischief mode, I had a few people that saw something in me at the time I didn't see in myself. And one of the individuals told me, said, Aaron Johnson said, I like you, but this is the thing. The brothers always trying to be slick, but we're going to get you straight today. We're going to help you out. So we just want you to know one thing. You got to ask yourself a question. Are you being laughed at because you're funny? Or are you being laughed at because you just a fuck up? So you got to make a difference which way you want to do. I was like, oh, man, you know, that kind of set kind of deep, you know. So at the time, it didn't register to me. You know, at the time,
because you're a youngster.
Saying, no, I'm just a tool for the man. Go change the tire, go pump gas, go wipe down the stress, go do that. I ain't like it. But at the time, I didn't know the military was conditioning me. And then God will always give you what you need to get you to the next level. And I'm going to say that again, so people who didn't hear me. God will always give you what you need to get you to the next level. So in come Chief Searles. Chief Searles came in and he said, Aaron Johnson, he said, listen, I was sergeant at the time. He said, listen, I see something you everybody else don't see. Now, if you come with me, I guarantee you will be great for us all over with. And at the time, I was working as an age mechanic. I worked for Steve Hartley. Shout out to Steve and Myron. And I had a whole lot of good guys that I worked with over there. But at the time, you know, I still didn't have the vision that I ended up getting. Chief Searles brought me in QA. Brought me in and taught me everything he knew. But he was somebody to emulate. Kenny Smith and all those guys showed me what it's really meant to be a military member. And see, at the time, I was just going in I was going in emotions. I was going to work, goofing off. If I could sneak off work, I'll sneak off. You know, my supervisor, Bob Twiggs, rest his soul, he done rose to heaven too. Bob will always say, anybody say Johnson? Anybody say Johnson? Where's Johnson at? Anybody say Johnson? Because I would be gone.
Just like your wife, right?
Yes, that's right. I would be gone. But those people saw something in me and sowed it in me and made me do 30 years.
Well, that's good.
30 years. If it was not for them individuals that I named, I wouldn't have stayed as long as I did. But it became more or less like I saw some of my friends get in trouble. And some of the stuff that they did, I did similar. But I had some individuals that saw something different in me. And they stayed with me. And instead of them, because you know how the military is, you can get on that UIF file and you get crushed like a jelly bean real quick. But they saw something in me that made me who I am now. And as I transitioned on and I retired out of Charleston, I stopped being a tool for the man. I started being the bishop because I always was mentoring and giving back. I always had something. A friend of mine was on the chat last Friday, Tony Brown. He gave me that name, but I worked for it and I earned it. I took all the guys that came in, you know, and I asked them all the time. And I was a career advisor. I said, hey, listen, The military didn't come looking for you. You came looking for the military. I said, this is not a hard place to be. If you want to be here, you just got to do certain things, follow the rules.
Do your job.
You know, but when you getting in trouble and you got people looking for you and all that stuff, you bring that on yourself. So you expect that punishment. When you don't show up for work on time, you did that. The mission gonna still go on. That plane gonna still get in the air, but you can expect to get that ass chewed when you get there. It is what it is.
Question: before we even get there, first, lots of respect when you drop names, right? Because sometimes we forget who got us there.
Yes,
we forget who invested in us,
that
put that time in, right?
Those were the words.
And more importantly, took the time to hold you accountable, right? Not reward you, but hold you accountable. So speaking of dropping names, let's look at our chat. Let's see who's out there. Like DT Cruiser saying good evening.
Yeah.
We have tons of people in our chat saying what's up. And then I'm gonna have a question for the chat and for you guys.
Yeah, so I'm gonna bring us down a little bit, TJ, so I can see what's in the
Maggie
chat.
saying what's up.
So we got Maggie.
What's up, Maggie?
Let me see, we going up here. We got YOLO in the chat. What's going on, YOLO? I'm going back up to the top a little bit. I got the wife, she kind of running the track, and so I got me now in the chat. They saying, you know, what up, TJ? Thank you for your service. That's for you, TJ. Thank you for your service. You know, so we got a couple other people. We got, let's see, who else we got? Oh man, I can't see that name all the way across the screen, but
put it on full screen.
Let's see.
Right there.
Jerry Allen, that's what it was.
Jerry Allen saying what's up. We have just asking for a friend.
Yeah, just asking for a friend. She giving out that shout out. We had somebody pop through a minute ago. I didn't remember, but like I'm saying, you know, I'm trying to get pulled in some of these new veterans. Come over here and get your shine on. You know, so like I said, we are where we need to be. Let's see. We got also we got Mickey's Adventure. Shout out to you, Mickey. Hope you living your good and best life on this Friday. Get you some of this Patron. Guaranteed to make you feel good if you're not. And on to go with YOLO. My go-to. YOLO.
Going on.
That's right. See? So like I'm saying, we got some good people coming in and hey, we appreciate y'all coming in and giving up y'all time. HD. What's good, HD? You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you coming in tonight, you know? So like I'm saying, hey, everybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying? I got 4 eyes and can't see halfway across the room because I got a big screen. But, you know, what's going on, Rod, my guy? Rod was our host from last week. That's why we ended up running over time because when you get the name, yeah, it is what it is. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my guy.
Yeah, make sure you bring your inflatables, right, Rod?
That's right. That's right. Sharing in the house. You know what I'm saying? She's saying hello to everybody in the chat. See, like I'm saying, look, this is a good spot, man. Guess what we doing tonight, right now? If you in this chat right now, we saving you a little money because you ain't out there in them streets. What's going on, Armstrong Adventures? Hey, welcome into the chat. Thank you guys for coming out. Man. You know, thank you guys for coming out. And like I'm saying, you know, we want everybody to make sure we having a good time on Friday. Oh, there go my day one, Dave Washington, Vandenberg Air Force Base. Now, Dave got some stories to tell, but we ain't gonna let him tell them today. Fast and Tree. Hello, everybody. So what's going on, Fast and Tree? You know, now I will say one thing about Dave, my guy, Boom Boom. Well, we call him Boom Boom. When we went to Vandenberg Air Force Base, we were up there at Vandenberg. If you don't know about Vandenberg, they got the missile silos up there. And that's where they launch all the satellites and everything in and out of space. We went up there for what we did. We kind of had that place on lock. We made sure, we gave sure every satellite went off. The space shuttle was supposed to be launching out of there. They changed it, but they put anything and everything else out of there. So we did some good service up there. We didn't have no overruns. Nobody really got into anything bad, but hey, we did our thing up there. Shout out to you, Boom Boom. Thanks for your service.
So here's a good question for you guys in the chat. You talked about a lot of how training day looks like, especially when you start off. Would you guys survive today's training, or would today's guys be more likely to survive y'all training?
I'm gonna let you go first, TJ.
In the chat, 1 or 2. One if you think that my guys here will survive today's training, or 2 if you're more likely to think that today's guys will easily go through yesterday's training.
Now, today's guys could not do our training.
No.
Shots fired, young guys. Shots fired.
Hey, yes. And reason being, there's so many different variables because of technology. So we'll go for me for infantry, right? So for me, if let's say I'm going to call for fire from a gunship, or I should say from artillery. Artillery is like 4 or 5 miles behind me. I got to call for fire for artillery to drop on my objective up there.
Right.
Today's technology, you have GPS and all this stuff. It's easy. Back then, you had a compass, you had a map, and you had your true north, and make sure you had everything correctly, and you have to really use your brain.
Right.
Today's technology makes things a heck of a lot easier to do things. You have to really think and think outside the box. Today's technology with the drones and all kinds of stuff, it's a lot easier than it was for us back then without the technology.
Right. Well, I tell you, my thing is, back then it was a little bit more real. Nowadays, these young kids, I'm gonna just be honest, you know what I'm saying? I'm too old to fight, but I will shoot. So I'm just letting everybody know I'm gonna keep it 100. This is the difference between now and back then. Back then, you had honor, integrity, and service before self. And I'm gonna say it again so everybody can catch it. You had honor, integrity, and service before self. These young kids coming into the military now, any branch, there's no honor, there's no integrity, and definitely no service before self. I seen something that it kind of put me, and no disrespect to nobody, but no disrespect to the country. You should not be in uniform doing TikTok videos.
Bam! You said it. You said
it again.
Come on.
You should not be in uniform doing TikTok videos. Disrespectful.
Yes. Yes.
So you're saying it's not a athleticism or capability. It's a culture thing that's really holding this generation back.
Culture and mentally, as we're talking about, for things that we have to mentally do now, they can pick up a phone or a little, and do things. You really have to work at what you're doing at your craft. We didn't have all this easy technology to think for you. You have to do the thinking.
Exactly. And the thing about it is that nowadays, the younger generation, they get into the military, they don't have that service before self because it's all about them. And then and they in it for the benefits. They in it for what somebody done told them, get in and get out and get benefits. You know what I'm saying? Now me, myself, this just me. Don't come from me. You come from in the chat and we'll go back and forth debate it. I still stand by what I said last Friday. In order to be a citizen, you need to do a minimum of 2 years in any branch of the service. But that right there should make you a citizen. You shouldn't be all of a sudden pop up and now I'm here, because guess what? You ain't got no damn skin in the game. You can't get these young guys to stay in past 2 years. You know why they get put out? Drug test. Can't pass a drug test. Get in there, and I was going to keep it 100. When I was at Vandenberg Air Force Base, Colonel Knox, shout out to Colonel Knox. I remember him very, very well. He said, Master Sergeant, he said, why is it we having a drug test every Friday, and every Friday we catch somebody pop dirt on the drug test? We did it for about 3 months. Every Friday somebody pop dirty on the drug test. Now come on. You know what I'm saying? But you can't tell the young cats nothing. Now, like I said, I seen a whole lot of stuff that changed me. Now, I changed me. Now, I ain't gonna get into it a whole lot. I'll say some. I got plenty of good old stories to tell, but I'm gonna say some for at the later on in the weeks. But I will say this: the three things that make you a service member and make you part of the brotherhood. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are. You got that honor, integrity, and that service folks up. Because guess what? With those three things, that powerful combination, you don't see no color. You don't see no nationality. All you see is another brother or a sister of arms.
Yes.
And that's how I came up. And then the other thing is to add to that, and then we'll, shout outs to some more people in the chat, because I don't want to take over, because guess what? I'm going to be here next Friday. I'm going to be here to the end of the year, because I got something to say. So this is the thing with me. I took pride in myself. When I came through the military, my uniforms went to the cleaners, pressed and cleaned every day.
Mm-hmm.
I looked like I belonged to something bigger than myself. 3510 is what we went by. I had a shaving waiver, but guess what? Every now and then we did, everybody did roll call, we did formation, we walking down the line, damn chief got a daggone credit card. Yeah, you good. Oh no, you need to go back and shave that. I mean, that's how it was. Now these guys don't even shave. They don't even try. I see guys at the front gate at Robbins Air Force Base. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed when I see them. Uniform, trash. We used to blouse our pants. Blouse your pants in the boots. They pants dragging on the shoes.
Oh, no.
Look like they just crawled out the bed. Literally, just crawled out the bed and threw the damn uniform on and went to do gate guard duty.
Oh, no sense of honor right there. No sense of just.
But do you blame that on the culture, or do we blame that on the accountability, right? Because back in the day, right, the armed service was a lot stricter in who they allowed in.
Yes.
Now, right, there's so many more avenues to get in, so many more recruiters to come in. I think they even up the age to 42 to get more, again, because they can't get people bought into the military. So do you think that's a culture, or do you think the accountability? So many people are afraid to do accountability because we can't replace you.
Well, me, myself, I'll answer that one first, TJ. I think it's accountability. I think it's kind of got relaxed because we trying to fill the void and get people in, because after Desert Storm, Desert Shield, it changed the game. Now, when I came in 1986, way before all that stuff kicked off. But after Desert Storm and Desert Shield, you get your metal tested. Now, just like the guys out there in the Navy right now, they getting their metal tested. So a lot of people didn't sign up for that. They signed up for the benefits. But the thing about it is, we all stood up and took that oath. And I still stand by the oath to the day. A lot of people get mad about who's sitting in the big chair. But that man in the big chair is my boss. That's what the oath says. Obey the orders of the president. That's the first part. You got to live by it. Even though you might not like it, say it up under your breath. But when you took that oath, it meant something to you. It should have meant something to you. You know what I'm saying? That right there separated you from everybody else who left high school, hung out in the alleys, sold drugs, owned drugs, and everything else. You was a part of something that was bigger than yourself. That right there, that's my answer for that. Go ahead, TJ. Give it your turn.
It's a combination of both. It's culture, and what was the other one, Kaban?
Accountability.
Accountability, yes.
Both. Culture and accountability. Accountability starts from leadership.
Yes.
And it trickles down.
Yes.
So if the leadership is weak, everything below it's going to be weak.
Yes. Yes.
But I guess with this culture, this softer culture, the leadership got softer and more laxed.
Right.
And it just trickled down.
That's right.
And so that's a combination of the problem. with that, which I do not agree with. You got to hold yourself to a higher standard.
Yes.
Well, if you think about it, right, I think media plays a huge role. If you ordered a certain regimen back then to do something, right, to hold people to a certain standard,
Right.
to train them in a certain way,
Mm-hmm.
who would find out?
That's right.
Right? There's no things as leaks in the military.
Back then, anyway.
Right? Now, if you guys try to hold that same level of training today, right? Oh, look what he did to my foot. He yelled at me the wrong way.
Exactly. It's just soft. I'm like,
Called me a pretty boy, right? So I think that plays a huge role. But to your point, as a leader myself, not in the military, but in other aspects, I've always coached people to always coach from the top down. Hold
Right.
yourself accountable first before you hold others accountable.
right.
Then it rolls down. Because if your leaders are not executing your vision, right, that's only going to lead to continuance down that chain.
Yes.
Right? It's so hard nowadays because everybody wants to hold on to people today.
Right.
Well, back then, right, it was an honor, or people at least felt honored to be able to join the military.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It was their civic duty, like voting, like going to jury duty.
Right.
But now, right, they got quiet quitting, right? They got people just who, like you said, maybe are smoking because they want to get out. This is my easy way out. I didn't pass the drug test. Versus somebody holding you accountable and kicking your ass out.
Right.
So there's a difference there. But it's sad to see where we are, but it shouldn't discourage people what they can be going forward.
So up until like the last, I'll say like 6 years, maybe go 8 years ago. Remember, we used to see commercials all the time. The Marine commercials, the Navy commercials, the Army, all services, the commercials. Hey, join it. How often do you see the commercials now on TV?
You know what? That's true too. I noticed they done faded out. I don't understand it. Like I said, the Air Force used to have the outstanding commercials. Aim high, Air Force. They show that new fighter plane, show you out on the flight line.
You can't forget about us and our dress blues. Can't forget about our dress blues and stuff, or us, fast roping down the helicopter and all that stuff. Oh yeah.
Then the one for the Marines. So the one for the Marines, you see this guy pop up out the swamp with the camouflage on his face and everything.
Yep.
He could be one. You could be the proud. You could be the Marine.
Yeah. Hey, I loved it. That's why I like infantry. I wanted to do all that, and I did all that. It was good.
But even from my generation, remember the commercial where it looks like a Call of Duty game, but it's an actual an actual Army guy in there shooting, taking out his AK and whatever, doing. But it's a tactical point of view. Right. So it's like this 3D kind of thing. So, that kind of sensationalism, well, I want to say sensationalism, but I would say nationalism. It's gone, right? Because people don't believe in the country they used to. Remember, back in the day, everybody got together to watch the astronauts go into space. Right? But that doesn't exist today. Everybody's so divided. And to your point, we should be more of a brotherhood in the United States, regardless. Because we all want to mention that one.
I've talked to my nephew about this and family members and stuff, except not my sister. A lot of the Americans, I'm saying Americans in general, have not lived in another country. I've lived in 2 other countries. And I appreciate what we have here in the United States.
Right.
A lot of things, rights and stuff that we have as men, rights and stuff that we have, for women, and what we can and can't do in public and all that stuff, and what we can and can't say.
Right.
America is great, but people are like, oh, America this and that. You don't know how good you have it until you've lived in another country.
Yes.
To see it, well, maybe America is not that bad. I shouldn't be bashing America or anything like that. You go to other countries, you're like, oh, dang. You're like, oh, what's up? But people are just so spoiled. And I hate to say that, but American people, a lot of people are just spoiled to what we got. They don't realize we have it good here.
That's right. And the thing about it is, that's why this channel is here. That's why I'm here in June the 10th, 2026. I want to give something back. Shout out to all my brothers who paved the way for us to be this way. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to do it. Somebody had to go out there. And like I'm saying, I watched some of those old World War II movies. And normally when they were storming that beach.
Oh, Normandy.
And I look at it and I try to imagine myself, you know, would I have done that? You know what I'm saying? Would I have did that? Would I went out there? You know what I said? Hell yeah, I'd have went. I've been out there ducking and dodging, but I did what the country called on me because it was my duty. But my responsibility was to the man to the left and the man to the right and the man behind me. So I'm gonna try to protect my brothers. So that's what I would have did. I would have went and stormed that mountain, threw rocks if I had to. If I ain't had no bullets, I'd have been throwing rocks up the hill. Take that. But it is what it is. I mean, like I said, the military have brought out the best in me. And like I'm saying, just the bond and the brotherhood and the people that sowed seeds in your life, when you look back and you say, oh, damn, you know, they wasn't an asshole. They was just trying to help me get better. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, talking about that responsibility. So here's a funny story. So after my 2-year stint in South Carolina, in Charleston, South Carolina, they're like, yeah, we'll make it up to you. We'll send you to where you want to go. I'm like, yeah, I want to go to Camp Pendleton. You know, Camp Pendleton is a Marine base in San Diego. It's right there on the beach. I'm like, cool. Y'all messed up by sending me to the East Coast. At least give me my Camp Pendleton. So my orders came in. It said 29 palms.
29 palms.
Oh,
For those of you who don't know, 29 palms is in the desert in California. It's 115, 120 degrees. Freaking 2 hours away from the beach. I'm like, oh, come on, guys. Come on, Marine Corps. Y'all got me twice.
Oh, man.
And so, yeah, so circle back to the responsibility. So I was promoted to corporal. And I had trained many times to call for fire. What call for fire means is that I call for fire from like a gunship, a battleship, or artillery to drop its ordnance on my target. And so I did several mock trainings. I was dialed in. Now we're doing a live full-scale exercise, live ammo. I am nervous as heck, but I can't let my platoon see it because, you know, I'm a corporal. I can't let my fire team see it. Like, they're like, Corporal Jackson, you got this. Inside my head, I'm like, oh my gosh. Because if I get my grid coordinates wrong, I'm going to miss the target or it's going to come short and we all gone.
Right.
So I'm like, you know, inside I'm just all sweating and so, but you know, on the outside I'm calm and cool. I'm like, yeah, I got this. Grab the radio. Boom, boom. Call in my ordnance from the artillery. Boom, 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 boom. You know, okay, cool. Seconds later, here you go. You hear it. Boom, boom, boom. Hit the target. I may have peed a little bit because I heard that. I'm like, please don't let it shoot. Hey, bro. Hey, like you said, like the commercial back in the day, never let them see you sweat. But I hit the target. But yeah, that's about leadership. You know, yeah, I was nervous. Don't let your troops see it. I trained for it. Boom, boom, boom. Leadership. Everybody, yeah, Corporal Jackson, you got that. I'm like, yeah, I got that. And I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, it's just the training and everything that you do, the camaraderie with everybody. It's just great. It's a great feeling. You know, it's a great feeling to have.
Yeah, man. It's like I said, it's good when you in there and you got the boys behind you and you know, you like, oh yeah, I got it. You don't want to see them, let them see you sweat. But at the end of the day, they the one your biggest cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? They the one getting you what you do. But look, let's check the chat one more time. We get a little down on the time. Let's see who we got in here in the chat and see if I miss anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's see those ones. Let's see those twos for our guys. Do you think they would have made it? Or do you think today's military would have done a better job.
I have a question for you, Juan.
Yes, the answers are free. Go ahead.
Hey, if you were in the Marine Corps, what would you have done?
Hold up. Before we get this, I got somebody in the chat. Virginia, 2 up, 2 down, my hometown.
Nice.
Hey, shout out to you, because definitely that's a different one. That's Virginia, 2 up, 2 down, my hometown. I had a guy from Virginia from he was up there in West Virginia called Freight Train Lane. That's what I call it. And that joker right there was just the countries they get. But that big boy, I'm trying to tell you, you mess with Tim Johnson, you had some problems on your hands. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Go ahead, TJ.
Oh no, just for one, if you're in the Marines, what your MOS, basically that's your occupation. What would you have done in the Marines?
So it's so hard for me, particularly because my boy here, TJ, would tell you, I'm like the jack of all trades, the master of none. So you want to say, hey, go infantry? Sure, I'm gonna knock people down. You want me to go and be a tech specialist and set up sonar or whatever? Got you. I'll do that too. Want me to lay out ordnance? My favorite thing to do, blow stuff up. But I just enjoy all those things, and if I don't, I'll learn how to do it. And I'm just that type of guy, man. You want me to be behind computers? Then so be it. It is what it is. I just want to make sure that I'm a part of a team and that we complete the mission. And that to me is paramount, regardless of what role I want to be in. You know?
That's right. That's right.
I have a question for both of y'all. Timmy, do you guys have a military tattoo on you?
No, brother. Look, the only person who put tattoos on me was the wife. She branded me right here across the finger, and then I got a tattoo on my arm there. You know, I got a key.
And that's a broken heel on the back too.
You know, yeah. So that's the only tattoo.
Oh, you ain't repping the Marine Corps, baby. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah.
All right.
My man has been branded.
See, I like that.
So I got USMC, then 0311. That's the call sign for infantry, and that's what I was. I was infantry.
Now that's you can't get no better than that. Now that right there is a lifetime mark that you look. It'll be showing when the day they put you to the ground. That's pride. That's what I'm saying. Those 3 things. You know what I'm saying? Those 3 things. So
we have your favorite couple saying good evening.
Yeah. So we got shout out to my guys. At my girl, Queen and King, Shelton and Keith. Shout out to y'all, the favorite couple. Thank you guys for coming in. Off y'all probably out there. They got a 1 for you, Juan. Somebody got a 1 for Juan out there. So I mean, hey, this is the thing. Like I'm saying, things are a little different now from everybody being in the military from back then to now, but still, the truth still should hold. The integrity. You always got to have that honor. I mean, honor is more than honor should carry a long ways. My pet peeve is I can't stand a liar. I hate a liar. And I said, you got somebody to lie to you about nothing, I can't stand that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we got, let me see, who was that? Cruise 941 in the words of Michael Irvin. Today's guys, John Stock built the same as they used to be. True statement. Very, very true statement. They ain't built the same. You know, not built the same at all.
And we're not just talking about physically, right? Because I think physically is one thing.
Right.
But their heart is not built the same way.
Oh, no, man.
Right, they're not the same. Yeah.
If you had to do Normandy back then to now, you'll be in trouble. Look at my guy Boom Boom. So he remember all that shit up there. We gonna have you up here one of these Fridays and we'll talk about Vandenberg and let you get the spiel. Because we held it down up there. They own a lot of satellites that got into space because of the job that we did. Because we had a lot of little people protest. A lot of everybody didn't like what we did, but we did it and we did it good. So we got what's that, Keir Hamilton?
Carl Hamilton.
I'm a vet.
Yep. Oh, and his number. That's CB. Let's
go. CB.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I like CBs.
Yes, the CB. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to you, my guy. Welcome into the chat. Come back. Come back. I want everybody, if you came out tonight, come back. We'll have a different story. We got a new guest. We're going to have some great content every Friday night at 9:30 to 10:30, Veteran Active Duty Bar. We're going to hold it down with you guys. And CB said it's the culture. It's the exact same out here in the public
and the private sector.
And the private sector as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's true that. It's a culture. It's a culture.
Mhm.
I mean, like I'm saying, we should do better. If you should want better, do better. You should be able to walk and go into a store and bump into somebody or accidentally cross paths, and it should be excuse me, not gunplay, because you accidentally bumped into somebody. Come on now, everybody think about that. So we got Silky Johnson.
Yep, Silky Johnson.
I'm a simple man.
I see Marine.
I see Marine, and I click. That's what I'm talking about. Come on in, brother. Thank you for your service.
And that's why about us, Timmy. When we see another Marine, with a Marine logo or a tat or a hat or something like that, you're either gonna get a "Hoorah" or "What's up, Devil Dog." It's gonna be something like that. We're gonna acknowledge each other. That's just what we do.
That's all I'm talking about. We all part of the same melting pot. Because like I'm saying, we shaped and molded this country for what it is now. Because the time that we invested, that's where the growth was really here. So we shaped and molded it right here. Shout out to you. Simple man and Marine. That's what I'm saying. That's right.
Well, for me, this is why I respect the armed forces so much, especially when they have the opportunity to have a platform and speak. Because we did talk about how we don't like it when people say, hey, look at America, it's not worth it, right? And it's crap. However, I listen when a Marine says it.
That's right.
An Air Forceman says it, when an infantryman says it. Why? Because they gave up their lives for the Constitution.
That's right.
And if it's not being upheld, right, then why did they sacrifice so much for it?
Right. So let me say this. Run that back one more time, Juan, for everybody. Juan got something to say. Say it again.
So I'm going to repeat that when a Marine speaks and says they are unhappy with what's happening, I listen, because they asked a simple question. I gave up my life. I gave up my time. I gave up my brother's lives to defend the Constitution. And if it's not being upheld, then why did I do it for?
That's right.
And to me, it's very important to see that those people stand up for us when we see celebrities don't know what they're talking about. It's just
that's my thing. That's my thing right there. You know what I'm saying? Supporting and upholding the Constitution. That's what we are. We are the pillars. We are the pillars that uphold the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? We give everybody the right that they have to have them rights, because if it was not for us, you might be speaking a foreign language, or you might have a different currency over here over the American dollar. So that's what I'm saying. We are the pillars. We are the soldiers that stand in the gap. That's why I would say this, and nothing taken away from any other special services, emergency services, the police department and fire department and all that stuff. I'm gonna tell you one thing to kind of get my goat a little bit. We don't give our veterans enough. We don't give our veterans enough thanks and shout out for what we do. Delta, I would give them to say this, Delta Airlines. Delta Airlines definitely supports the veterans, active duty, everybody. When you fly Delta, if you are a retired or you are in the reserve or you active duty, you get on first after the special needs. If somebody in the wheelchair access, you get on first before first class. Now, I respect that, because guess what? Nobody knows the sacrifices that you made but you. But that little bit that they give back makes a difference.
Yeah, and it don't cost them. Literally doesn't cost them.
It don't cost them nothing.
And speaking of that, Timmy, I like to cruise a lot, and I cruise different cruise lines. Carnival. I love what Carnival Cruise Line does. They have a Heroes Veterans bar on every single ship, and they recognize every single branch of service. They have their uniforms and pictures and all that, and their cocktails are military name themed, like the Green Beret or the Sniper or stuff like that. They love their veterans, and they give a free cruise to a veteran every month. I mean, Carnival, hands down, loves veterans.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to my guy on the screen over there, that's Silky Johnson. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he was a winger from 2010 to 2014. Thank you for your service. See, you was still in it when it was hot. you walked in on the back end of that indoor freedom. I know that time frame. So who we got? What's that?
Trey Needy.
Yes, what up, Trey Needy? Thanks for coming in. So they said salute to my brothers, but we all know the first thing the president says, we are the carriers. Go Navy. What's up? Oh, okay.
He's talking trash, right?
Well, look, I found that like a little dig. I felt that like a little dig. Go Navy.
But hey, I got one for you, Trey. What's on those carriers? Helos with Marines in it that are gonna go out and boom, hit the ground first. Remember that.
I got one for both of you guys because I don't want to pull out the magic stick and show you who got the biggest stick, but I'm gonna say this: ain't no power like air power. Ain't no firepower like air power.
All I'm gonna say is my tax dollars fund job. So without it, y'all don't go nowhere.
Oh, but I'm gonna just say this right quick. You know, like I'm saying, it takes it all. It takes a whole to achieve the mission. Like I said, we got the best military in the world. We got stuff that people don't imagine. But the biggest thing is the best asset is not the machine, it's the people.
Mm-hmm.
Not the machine, it's the people.
Cruz is saying American Airlines also does the same thing that Delta does. So shout out to American Airlines.
Well, let me say this about American, because American are a little trashy. Because I just came off American, and know what she told me? She said, I don't care if you ex-military or we board military after first class.
Oof.
So I said, come on now. I said, I got 30 years in the game, and look at everybody behind me sleep good up under the umbrella that I provided and my family.
Someone saw.
She said, you know what? I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But get your ass to the back of the line after the first class get on. You know what I'm saying?
Someone saw a few good men, huh?
Yeah. So I'm going to just say that, you know, American will do their thing a little bit, but after first class. Delta don't do it. Delta do their thing before first class. So Delta do their thing. American is trying to get there, and we ain't going to talk about the other airlines. Frontier and all. Look, it is what it is. We don't care who you are, unless you, the president, you will get on when your numbers on that, and it's your time. So they ain't gonna cut you nothing. And like my guy Juan said, it costs them zero. It don't cost them nothing. It costs them nothing. But they rather be like that. You know what I'm saying? It costs them nothing. But I'm gonna just say this before we get ready to get up out of here. Let me move down in the chat, make sure I want to miss anybody. But hey, I wanted to say this for everybody that came in, that's a veteran. Thank you for your service. Thank you for doing that fight. And thank your family. Thank your family. Thank your wives. Thank your children for their service. Because every service member, whether you was married, single, or something, you had somebody that supported you. Nobody's out here by themselves.
Right.
You had somebody that supported you. And the families made a big sacrifice. Because when you was out there protecting the Constitution and the world, who was protecting your family? You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They paid the price. But thank God that we did something that made them feel proud of us, because nothing more felt better when you came back and you got off that plane and they were screaming your name.
Good times.
Yes, man. Yes. So I'm saying,
we got in the chat before we wrap it up.
Yeah. So before we wrap this up, we will see what else we got in the chat. So we got Mr. Johnson saying, swinging with the wing. What's that?
Baby.
Air wing right there.
Baby Raw. Let me see. We got Trey Nene to my y'all Marines or some crazy mofos. I saw it all in the action firsthand. Yes, sir. Yeah. Shout out to Marines in the Army, baby, because they put it down.
Yeah, yep.
You know, and Ray Fun, let's see, great greeting, folks. So we got a new cat out. Hey, shout out to you, my guy. Thanks for coming in.
Great sunshine. Welcome.
Hey, let's do this. Do the damn thing. We said, dang, when he called for help for any unruly passengers, do they first class help? Exactly. Facts.
Oh no, man, shots fired.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not gonna call nobody out trash, but I'm gonna just say Delta do a little bit more for the veterans, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, it is what it is. So let me see. So Mr. Johnson said, thank y'all for your service as well. And that's what we'll do. But look, thank everybody for coming out. That's our time. I don't want to take up too much of your time on Friday because I want you to come back next Friday. I will be here. My guy,
Juan G.
we will be here. That's right.
And we'll have a new guest.
Yes, we'll have a new guest. And like I'm saying, if you want to be a guest on the channel, leave a message in the chat. And hey, I can give you my contact information, or you can leave me yours, and you can be a guest and be famous.
Right, you can my link, email them if you want to be on guest on the show.
Yes.
And we can definitely make that work.
Yes.
Come on in.
Hear your stories.
Also, check out TJ Destination Heat. He got his own travel thing. His link is in the chat. Check him out. Check his channel out. Go over there. Hey, he got something to say. And he got some great content for you guys to enjoy. Also, Event Yours of Spirit every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Me and my wife gonna make some of the best drinks for the best tasting. You want to see? Come out and join us. And like I said, if we don't get you right and make you feel good that night, man, you need to go somewhere else. Probably change plans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Free psychology.
Yeah.
With a drink.
And we're gonna taste some of the grapes from the base exchange. I'm gonna reach out and probably go hit some at Robbins. We'll probably go to Dobbins and see what they got. We'll swing down to Charleston and see what they got. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm gonna try to bring us all right here together. You know what I'm saying? So as we say, and on my favorite channel, Event Yours of Spirits, and hey, also check out TNT Connect, another YouTube channel. We got great content up there, how to. And guess what? We will get you straight on a lot of things that you need to do in life or how to, and we want you to enjoy that. So thank everybody for coming out, and I hope everybody enjoyed the content. We would like you to come back, bring a friend, share the video out, speak to it, talk to it. And if you don't know how to share it out, ask somebody, hey, man, I seen this great content. I want to share it with you. We always check it out or somebody know, and we'll keep moving forward. Do what we do. Now, on our way out the door, I'm going to let my guy Juan G say with his piece. Then I'm going to come back to you, TJ, and I'm going to close out. Go ahead, Juan.
First, salute to all you veterans, and thank you for coming out. Don't be trash.
That's right. You go, TJ.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on board. Hey, I'll come back anytime. Hey, this was great, and this is a great thing for us veterans to come on here, have a toast, have some drinks, swap some stories. You know, this is a great platform, and I'm glad that you guys are doing this, and I can see longevity in this. And thank you too for doing this.
Well, in closing, I'm gonna say this. Come out and join us on Veteran Active Duty Bar. We will make you famous.
Or
you
infamous.
will get your story. Oh, yes. You'll be famous or infamous, but we will get your story told. We will share your vision, your likes and dislikes. And all in closing, I'm going to say this. Live your best life and
don't be trash.
Don't be trash.
Cheers.
Don't be trash.
All right. Connect with TJ Destination on his YouTube channel. And it's up there in the chat. And everybody, so like I'm saying, we want to say everybody have a good night, and hey, we'll see you the next time.
Again. On the bottom.